Yo, what up everyone, it's Green and welcome back to another anime discussion video. So listen here. Basically, the way I come up with my ideas is I just sit there and I just randomly, whenever I think of an idea, I just go like, okay, this is a good idea. Start going on a tangent in my head and just come in like record it. And typically it's like, okay, that's decent. It comes up with decent videos, but this time I actually thought this through, and it's actually a really important topic, which is why I really was excited to record this video, because it's not mentioned often. It's more like that thing that's just in the corner of the internet, so it's like most people end up not learning anything about it, and it's kind of cool to like learn about what this, I guess, kind of topic ends up leading to. So just was like, whatever, screw it, I'll just record this video. So I kind of like this. It's a pirating anime. It's a little complicated compared to a lot of other things when it comes to like anime issues or like these problems that come up in like the anime community, because pirating anime, there's both sides that both people can agree on. Because take pirating anime, like if you do it, or if people talk about you and like or ask you like, are you doing it, even if you respond with yes, they won't be like, I guess, pissed if they're against pirating, but because like they know why you're doing it. It's like everyone's been in this situation where they're like, I want to watch anime but I can't access it. There's a lot of things that are just annoying and hard to get when it comes to like just anime in general, when you have to pay for subscriptions. Things like when you have to go for a subscription and then you realize you don't even have like all the anime. You have most of the anime, but you need another subscription to watch this one specific anime that's like no one's ever heard of, but you kind of want to see it. And then pirating just kind of solves that, but it just makes it difficult, because technically it's illegal, but it's like there's no other way to get my anime without doing it. There's also the people who are just like, I don't want to pay for anime. It's like, that's a little different, but still, like, okay, you want to watch anime for free, kind of like YouTube. It's a little bit more of a toxic mentality, but almost everyone wants things cheap or for free. It's like, it makes sense, you know? Thing is, pirating comes with way too many issues for it to be okay. Like, listen, when you pirate, you end up adding less money into the industry of anime. Like, even if it's not going to that specific studio or like toward that specific anime, there's still money in the industry when you put it in. Even if none of the, I guess, what are they called, animators, if none of the animators are seeing it, that doesn't matter, even though, like, we all know animators are way too underpaid, but there's nothing you can really do about it other than actually not pirate anime. Like, from saying when you're like, oh, you're not going to put any money into the animator, therefore I'm not going to pay for my subscription, I'm just going to go pirate anime. The thing is, people don't realize that that money goes into funding other anime or other studios. Like, you pay Crunchyroll, right? And people see like, oh, Crunchyroll has this much money, or they're this popular. Okay, so we're going to invest money into anime, we're going to sell it to Crunchyroll, make some money off them, and then they can do whatever they want. So whenever you pay for a subscription, Crunchyroll gets kind of a boost. Anime studios are like, ooh, more outlets to sell to, so therefore more money for us. Otherwise, there's also merch. You can go get merch, that also helps. But like, you can't just say, oh, I'm only gonna get merch and then not do this, because something else that people don't realize is, or I think people realize it, but they just don't take it in as much as they should. When you pirate an anime, you basically don't exist. You're a ghost anime watcher. No one in the anime industry counts your view. Like, in terms of YouTube, it's like watching a video, but your view doesn't count. So it's like, imagine 70% of your viewers on YouTube, none of them just count. Only 30% of the people count. Take 1 million viewers, you get 1 million views on a video, but only 30% of those views actually count. So out of those 30, you only have like 30,000 or something. From a million, compare that to anime views. Anime views get whatever, like say this many million. You compare that and you're like, oh, only like 30% count? Bro, that's like barely any people left. The anime basically flopped in the anime studio's opinion. The amount of views you see isn't actual what's happening. That's why studios end up dropping a season 2 or don't do it. Because they're like, okay, no one's watching, for example, I don't know, like whatever anime doesn't have a season 2. Like, No Game No Life is a different story, but you know what I mean. Like, studios see like, oh, this anime didn't do well, why would we make a season 2? No one wants to see it. Although there's millions of people who are just watching it illegally. So now they don't know that, like, no anime is coming out because of them. Say everyone on Earth who ever watches anime had it legally, we'd have about like 32 times is a lot, like 15 times as many more anime like seasons, I think. That's still a lot, but you know what I mean. Like there would be a lot more season 2, season 3s, more seasons of anime, and the quality would also be going up. Think about that. If there are this many people watching anime, the studios are gonna be like, okay, so we need to actually like try to work harder to get more money. Therefore, better quality anime. Stop complaining about shitty anime when you're illegally pirating anime. See, the thing is though, everyone knows why people pirate, and it's not like I'm gonna say like if you pirate you're scum. You're not, okay? It's just, it's hard to say. Like on one hand, pirating animes does all these negative things that end up making anime worse for other people. But then you go into be like, okay, why do you pirate anime, or why do other people pirate anime? There's a lot of reasons. Some people are just too young to pay for a subscription and they can't get a job or their parents won't allow them. And something that people don't realize is most anime fans, or a majority of the anime fans, are between the ages of like 10 to say like 25. So that from that range of like 10 to like 17 or whatever, those people might have a difficulty finding a job. Like say like the 15 to 17 could probably get a job pretty easily, like a part-time job on the side. But the thing is, a lot of anime fans are introverted. A lot of people don't go out into like the world and try to get jobs or talk to people. It's difficult for introverted people to do anything. There are definitely extroverted anime fans, and those are the people paying for their subscriptions typically, but the majority of anime fans are introverted teens, mainly males too. That doesn't really matter though. Actually, that kind of does, because males are typically a little less responsible. Females are typically more responsible, therefore they have more of a sense of, I have to pay for something that I'm using. So like all at the same time, there's all these factors that you have to take in when it comes to pirating anime. It's like, who's right? Should anime be free? No, because then all the animators and all like the studios don't get any money. What's the point in them making anime? But then it's like, if I have to pay for anime and I can't, I mean, it just means I can't watch anime. That's why like the balance, although it's not really like something that is probably good to say, the balance of pirating anime and paying for subscriptions should just be equal, I guess. If it's equal, it works out in both ways. At least it has its ups and downs on both sides. Like say 50% anime fans watched legally and 50% watched illegally. The 50% who watched illegally is like, okay, they're enjoying their anime, they're increasing the community, therefore bringing in more anime fans, therefore bringing in more money, because 1 out of 2 people are paying for the subscription. And then there's the 50% of the people who are just increasing slowly because of the people who pirated anime and bringing in more fans. That's why I feel like pirating has its benefits in terms of like increasing the community and increasing money. It's just really behind the scenes, and it's hard to say that it's good because you're basically illegally watching anime. You can't really just say that pirating is good, period. It's a lot more complicated. Either way guys, this will be about all the time I have for this episode. So be green, signing out, yo, peace.